Judge finds black woman only to discover she's the head of the bar association. Introduction. In the heart of a bustling city where the wheels of justice never stop turning, an unexpected drama unfolds. This story isn't just about a courtroom verdict. It's about assumptions, prejudices, and an ironic twist that left everyone stunned. A white judge, stern and formal, presides over a busy courtroom, maintaining order with the tap of a gavel. What begins as a routine case soon becomes a moment of revelation. Lisa Harrison, establishing her as a distinguished black lawyer who finds herself in an unusual position, on the other side of the courtroom as a defendant, rather than serving as legal counsel. This role reversal is significant as it places her in a vulnerable position despite her professional achievements. The scene is set with Lisa standing at the defendant's table, a place she's likely viewed countless times from the opposite perspective. The narrative emphasizes her commanding presence, suggesting that even as a defendant, she carries herself with the dignity and composure of a seasoned legal professional. This detail is particularly important as it implies that her demeanor is that of someone well-versed in courtroom protocol and legal proceedings. The crux of the scene revolves around a parking violation, a relatively minor infraction that serves as the catalyst for the larger narrative. Lisa attempts to explain the circumstances surrounding her citation, likely drawing on her legal expertise to present her case clearly and professionally. The text suggests she provides a rational explanation for what she believes to be a misunderstanding. However, the judge's response becomes the central tension of this part. Despite Lisa's well-articulated explanation, the judge is described as being dismissive, making a quick judgment without giving full consideration to her arguments. The phrase, barely sparing a glance at her credentials, is particularly telling. It suggests that the judge's cursory treatment of the case might be influenced by unconscious bias, as they fail to take the time to properly examine or consider Lisa's background and explanation. This story captures a transformative moment that hinges on a seemingly routine procedure: the examination of identification. What begins as a standard administrative task becomes a catalyst for revelation and self-reflection. As Lisa Harrison presents her identification, which includes her prestigious title as head of the State Bar Association, the previously routine atmosphere of the courtroom undergoes a dramatic shift. The judge, who had moments before been dismissive and perfunctory in their handling of the case, experiences a visible change in demeanor as they process the information before them. The revelation creates a ripple effect throughout the courtroom, manifesting in a profound silence that speaks volumes about the significance of the moment. The judge's shock serves as a mirror, reflecting back the unconscious biases that had influenced their earlier behavior. This reaction is particularly telling because it's involuntary. There's no time for the judge to compose a measured response or maintain their previous authoritative demeanor. Instead, their genuine surprise lays bare the assumptions they had made about Lisa based on her appearance rather than her credentials or character. The weight of this revelation extends beyond the immediate moment, creating a palpable tension in the courtroom. It's a moment where everyone present becomes aware of the stark contrast between perception and reality, between hasty judgment and truth. The silence that envelops the courtroom serves as a powerful backdrop to this realization, allowing both the judge and those present to absorb the full impact of their prejudgments being dismantled. This section effectively illustrates how a single moment of truth can shatter preconceptions and force immediate introspection, all without a word being spoken. The power dynamics in the courtroom shift not through confrontation or argument, but through the simple revelation of facts that challenge deeply held assumptions. This story masterfully depicts the aftermath of the revelation, showing how a moment of uncomfortable truth can transform into an opportunity for growth and understanding. The judge's immediate shift to addressing Lisa with newfound respect demonstrates both their recognition of error and an attempt to rectify their previous dismissive behavior. This change in attitude, while prompted by learning of Lisa's prestigious position, also highlights the problematic nature of treating individuals differently based on their perceived status or position. On additional depth through Lisa's response to the situation. Rather than expressing anger or resentment at her previous treatment, she chooses to handle the moment with grace and wisdom. Her polite smile speaks volumes about her character. It suggests someone who has likely faced similar situations before and has learned to transform such moments into opportunities for education rather than confrontation. Her choice to emphasize the importance of not letting appearances define a person's worth or capabilities elevates the interaction from a personal slight to a teachable moment about broader societal issues. The courtroom's transformation into a stage for a powerful lesson is particularly significant. What began as a routine traffic violation hearing becomes an impromptu forum for addressing deeper issues of bias and respect in the justice system. Lisa's response demonstrates remarkable emotional intelligence and leadership. She uses her position not to shame or embarrass the judge, but to promote understanding and growth. This approach is especially powerful because it addresses systemic issues while maintaining professional dignity and respect for the court's institution. The moment becomes particularly poignant because it illustrates how personal encounters can challenge and change ingrained biases. The judge's apology and Lisa's gracious response create a model for how such situations can be handled constructively. Rather than dwelling on the initial wrong, the focus shifts to learning and improvement. This transformation of an awkward and potentially confrontational moment into an opportunity for growth and understanding showcases how individual interactions can contribute to broader social change. The aftermath. As Lisa exits the courthouse, reporters swarm around her, eager for a comment. With poise and eloquence, she explains that the incident was not about turning tables, but about fostering understanding and challenging stereotypes. Meanwhile, the judge watches from a window, reflecting on the day's events and the lessons learned. This story becomes a reminder that both the justice system and society can grow when fairness and mutual respect guide the way forward. Inspired by the importance of equality, this moment becomes a beacon of hope and progress.